I don't create art because I want to be an artist. I want to be an artist so I can create art for as long as I live. Well, at least that's what I told myself. But after years of chasing that dream, I kind of feel like somewhere along the line, I've kind of lost the plot. For a while, I had this lingering feeling of anxiety when it came to my art, like it was slowly leaving me or something. And it's weird because I'd finally gotten to a skill level where I could comfortably create art without struggling as I did in the past, a level that I worked so hard to reach. And yet, the struggles I faced resurfaced in a different, more crippling form. Creating no longer felt like it used to, and I was constantly questioning why I was still chasing after a dream that I could no longer visualize. At first, I thought it was totally normal and completely part of the creative process. So rather than let it stop me, I went on a creative journey to reignite my creative spark, which I documented here on this channel. And yes, while things did get better, and I even created some of my favorite artworks I've ever made, that uncomfortable feeling lingered on and just didn't seem to go away. After some deep reflection, I realized that there was a bigger problem at hand, the actual root cause of why I had been feeling so disconnected from my art. In my last video, I shared some hard truths that I had to accept along my art journey. And one of the hardest was realizing that sometimes the dreams and goals you've been working towards no longer align with who you have become. It was definitely a hard pill to swallow, but I had no choice but to accept it as it was. So at the start of the year, I made a public community post that I would be taking a break from YouTube. And while it was a scary decision at the time, I knew that in order to be true to my art, I first had to be true to myself. And now, looking back, I strongly believe I made the right choice. I was also in a really low place and was lacking so much stability that it made me unable to relax, no matter how hard I tried. But here's the thing, the art and the artist are one, not two separate things. When an artist isn't in good shape, neither will their art. Basically, all that lingering anxiety from my personal life slowly seeped into my creative process, making it harder and harder to create as freely as I used to. At that point, I was stuck at two crossroads. Keep going, even if it meant that stress would ultimately leave me burnt out and could potentially make me start hating my art. Or accept that sometimes, in order to move forward, you have to take a few steps back, reevaluate, and pivot, which is exactly what I chose to do. I took a break from everything, and over the past 6 months, I focused on solving all the issues that caused me my biggest anxieties, one of which was financial stability. I was a broke art school graduate living in a different country, and unfortunately, rent wasn't going to pay itself. After months of research, I ultimately decided to look for a full-time job in marketing design, which is technically still a creative role, but a lot more detached from concept art and illustration. That way, I could hopefully take off some of that pressure of having to create art that is good enough to get me hired in the entertainment industry. And I'm happy to say that it worked. I channeled my background in art and knowledge of design principles and was able to land a job as a junior marketing designer at a small company here in Montreal. To no surprise, just a few weeks of having that financial burden off my shoulders made me feel much more grounded and relaxed again. But rather than jumping right back to YouTube and art, I decided to still take some time off to rest, heal, and naturally let that spark come back to me instead. I spent most of my free time going out, fostering new friendships, and making new experiences. Honestly, life felt so much better that I actually started to consider just letting go of my personal arts completely and sticking to this new, comfortable, and reliable career path. But again, if I'm really being true to myself, even with all this new stability, I still felt like there's something missing. In June, I attended the Toronto Comic Arts Fest. That was my very first time attending any sort of art convention, and being surrounded by so much amazing art and so many skilled artists made me feel that rush of excitement again. And I couldn't help but picture myself in that spot someday. It reminded me that no matter how bleak things might look for artists right now, there will always be room for our art as long as there are still people like us who love and appreciate seeing authentic art made by other passionate artists. All that's to say is I'm back and excited to be part of this wonderful arts community again. While I still haven't exactly completely sorted out all my anxiety causing issues, I think I'm in a much better place where I can actually enjoy the creative process again without any external factors or added pressure to perform. And honestly, I just got so inspired to create again after attending TCAF that I just can't hold it back any longer. I'm still trying to figure things out, and since I now work full time, I'm gonna have to find a schedule that works best for my new routine. So things may look a bit different around here, a bit simpler, a bit slower, but one thing for sure is I want to focus more on creating and sharing my art, personal projects, and creative journey with you all, including all the highs and lows that come with it, just like I have till now. Honestly, I don't know how this new chapter is going to turn out, but I'm excited to see where it goes, because at the end, my real goal is not to become an artist, but to keep creating art for as long as I live. And as long as I keep creating, then I already am an artist. Thanks for watching. If you stuck around till now, thank you for your patience. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next one.